1. Improved confidence. By learning and practicing the techniques outlined in this book, you'll gain the self-assurance needed to interact positively and assertively in any situation. 2. Better relationships. Whether it's with family, friends, or colleagues, honing your social skills leads to healthier and more fulfilling interactions, enabling deeper, more meaningful connections. 3. Influence and persuasion. Learn how to effectively communicate your ideas and opinions and persuade others while still being respectful and considerate, a skill that is valuable in every walk of life. 4. Conflict resolution. Discover strategies to handle misunderstandings and disagreements constructively, turning potential conflicts into opportunities for relationship building. 5. Empathy and understanding. You'll develop a deeper understanding of the people around you, enhancing your ability to empathize and collaborate, essential qualities for both personal and professional success. What to expect? Master Your Social Skills is organized into 10 accessible chapters, each focusing on a different aspect of social interaction. Each chapter is filled with practical examples, straightforward advice, and engaging exercises to help embed what you learn. Simple language ensures that the content is relatable, regardless of your background or previous experience with such topics. As you journey through this book, you'll uncover the secrets to becoming more relatable, persuasive, and influential in your day-to-day interactions. By the end of this guide, you'll have a strong foundation in social skills, empowering your personal growth and enhancing your ability to positively impact others the way you've always wanted. Let's embark on this transformative journey toward mastering our social worlds. Your next great interaction awaits. Let's make sure you're ready for it. Chapter 1: The Art of Listening. Listening is one of the most powerful tools in building strong social connections. In a world filled with noise and haste, the art of attentive listening sets the foundation for meaningful relationships. When we truly listen, we not only gather valuable insights, but also make others feel understood and valued. The importance of listening. Imagine you're at a gathering, sharing a story about a recent adventure. As you speak, someone interrupts, eager to share their own similar experience. Instantly, you feel sidelined. Unfortunately, this is a common scenario. Many of us are more focused on what we wish to say next, rather than wholly absorbing the speaker's words. Listening is more than waiting for your turn to speak. It's about engaging with the speaker, giving them the space and attention they deserve. By truly listening, you open the door to trust, respect, and empathy, all crucial components of a genuine interaction. Steps to attentive listening. 1. Be present. Being present means giving your full attention to the speaker. Put away distractions like your phone or any thoughts that might divert your attention. Focus on the person's words, tone, and body language. 2. Maintain eye contact. It may seem simple, but maintaining eye contact is a powerful way to show you're paying attention. It doesn't mean you should stare, but rather engage naturally with the speaker. 3. Avoid interrupting. Let the speaker express their point fully before jumping in with your thoughts or questions. Interruptions can make the speaker feel undervalued and dismissive of their narrative. 4. Show that you're listening. Use non-verbal cues like nodding, smiling when appropriate, or uttering sounds of agreement or understanding. These small gestures indicate you're engaged and understanding the conversation. 5. Provide feedback. After the speaker has finished, reflect on what you've heard. Use summaries or ask clarifying questions showing you processed their words. For instance, it sounds like you're saying, or what I'm hearing is. The impact of active listening. Consider James, a team leader at a growing company. He noticed a drop in motivation among his team and decided to engage each member in a one-on-one chat. During these talks, James practiced active listening. He paused frequently, asked follow-up questions, and made sure each person felt heard. Through these conversations, not only did he gain valuable insights into the team's concerns, but the team also felt more connected and committed, knowing their voices mattered. In personal relationships, too, the power of listening should never be underestimated. Think about a time when you felt truly heard by a friend. It likely strengthened your bond. People tend to gravitate towards listeners as they provide a safe space for expression. Cultivating the habit of listening. Active listening takes practice and patience but yields great rewards. Start small, maybe at home, by dedicating a few minutes each day to listening intently to your family or friends. Observe the changes in your connections over time. Notice how you'll start picking up on things you might have previously missed, and how it enriches your interactions. Final thoughts. Mastering the art of listening is not merely about hearing words. It's about understanding the deeper message, fostering empathy, and strengthening relationships. It is through listening that we lay the groundwork for trust and connection, which turn acquaintances into friends and strong social networks. Remember, each time you listen intently, you not only empower others to share their thoughts openly, but also enrich your own life with diverse perspectives and deeper relationships. Listening is, undoubtedly, a gift you give both to others and yourself. Let's embark on this journey to become better listeners and, consequently, more compassionate communicators. Chapter 2. Expressing Empathy. Empathy is the bridge that connects us to others on a profound level. It is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, allowing us to forge deeper and more meaningful relationships. Through empathy, we can transcend the superficial barriers that often divide us and discover the common humanity we all share. This chapter will guide you through understanding the essence of empathy and provide practical tips on how to genuinely connect with others by expressing care and concern. Understanding empathy. Imagine feeling truly understood by someone else, as if they could see the world through your eyes. This is the power of empathy. When we empathize, we are not just acknowledging another person's feelings, we are actively trying to experience their emotions. Empathy is more than sympathy. It requires us to momentarily set aside our perspectives and judgments to embrace someone else's reality. The importance of empathy. Expressing empathy is crucial for building strong relationships, whether in personal, professional, or social settings. People crave connections with others who genuinely understand and value them. By showing empathy, you create an environment of trust and openness where individuals feel free to be themselves. This, in turn, fosters loyalty and cooperation, essential ingredients in any successful relationship. Practical tips for expressing empathy. 1. Listen attentively. Empathy begins with active listening. This means giving your full attention to the person speaking without interrupting. Put your phone away, maintain eye contact, and nod occasionally to show that you are engaged. By truly listening, you affirm the speaker's feelings and create a space for genuine understanding. Example: imagine your friend is upset after a difficult day at work. By listening carefully to their story, without interrupting, you show them that their experiences and feelings matter to you. 2. Validate their feelings. Acknowledge the other person's feelings, even if you don't fully understand them. Validation does not mean agreeing, but rather recognizing their emotions as legitimate. Use phrases like, "I can see why you feel that way," or "It sounds like that was really tough for you." Example: when someone expresses frustration about a personal issue, saying, "I can see why that would be frustrating," helps them feel heard and supported. 3. Put yourself in their shoes. Try to imagine how you would feel if you were in the other person's situation. This step requires imagination and sometimes requires stepping outside your comfort zone. Example: if a colleague is anxious about a new project, remember a time when you felt anxious about a new challenge. Use that memory to better understand their feelings. 4. Ask open-ended questions. Encourage the person to share more about their experience by asking questions that elicit more than a yes or no answer. Questions like, "How did that make you feel?" or "What happened next?" show you are interested in understanding them more deeply. Example, when a family member talks about a recent event, asking, "What were your thoughts during that time?" opens the door for them to express themselves further. 5. Respond with compassion. Show warmth and care in your responses. Sometimes, a gentle touch on the shoulder, a comforting word, or just a patient presence can express more empathy than words could convey. Example, if a friend is grieving a loss, simply being there and offering a hug can often communicate your empathy more effectively than long explanations. 6. Share your experiences when appropriate. At times, sharing similar experiences of your own can help create a bond. However, this should be done judiciously, ensuring that it doesn't overshadow the other person's feelings. Example, if someone is nervous about public speaking, sharing your own nervous experience with a speech might help them feel less alone in their fear. Creating lasting bonds. Expressing empathy is a skill that can transform your interactions and deepen your relationships. By genuinely caring and understanding others, you lay the foundation for strong, lasting bonds built on trust and mutual respect. Remember, it's not about having all the answers or fixing someone else's problems. It's about being present, listening, and showing authentic compassion. As you practice these empathy-building techniques, you'll find your relationships becoming more fulfilling and resilient. Empathy allows us to be a beacon of support and understanding in a world that deeply needs both. Chapter 3. The Magic of a Smile. Imagine this. You're in a crowded room, feeling a bit out of place. You scan the area, and just as you're about to retreat into your shell, someone catches your eye and smiles warmly at you. Instantly, the room feels less intimidating. Your anxiety fades and you feel a spark of connection. This is the magic of a smile. A smile is a universal language that transcends barriers, language, culture, and even age. It is one of the simplest yet most powerful tools we possess. In this chapter, we'll explore how a simple smile can transform interactions and open doors to positive connections, along with the science behind it. The science of smiles. Did you know that smiling can actually make you feel happier? When you smile, your brain releases endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin, natural mood lifters. These chemicals not only reduce stress, but also create a feedback loop. The more you smile, the more these chemicals enhance your mood, reinforcing your happiness. In addition to its effect on your own mood, a smile is contagious. Studies have shown that when you see someone smiling, your brain is hardwired to mimic that expression. So when you smile at someone, they often instinctively smile back, creating a shared moment of joy. The power of a genuine smile. Not all smiles have the same impact. There's a big difference between a genuine smile and a forced one. A genuine smile involves the whole face, mouth, eyes, and even the tiny muscles around your eyes come into play. It's often called a Duchenne smile, after the scientist who studied it. People can usually tell when a smile is heartfelt. Authentic smiles make you appear more trustworthy and approachable. They radiate warmth and positivity, making others more inclined to engage with you. A simple act of smiling can make your first impression a lasting one. Real-world applications of smiles. 1. Breaking the ice. Encountering new people can often feel daunting. A warm smile is like an outstretched hand, signaling that you're friendly and open to interaction. Whether you're at a networking event or a party, a smile can initiate conversations and ease awkwardness. 2. Building rapport. When you want to establish a connection with someone, smiling can be a powerful ally. It helps build rapport and fosters trust. In negotiations or customer service, smiling can make the other party more receptive, paving the way for positive outcomes. 3. Diffusing tension. Imagine a tense meeting at work where everyone's emotions are running high. A well-timed, understanding smile can diffuse the tension. It can communicate empathy and calmness, helping people feel more at ease. Making smiles a habit. To make the most of this powerful tool, try to incorporate more smiles into your daily routine. Here are some practical tips. Start with yourself. Begin each day by smiling at yourself in the mirror. It might feel silly at first, but it's a great way to set a positive tone for your day. Practice mindfulness. Be aware of moments when you can genuinely smile. Whether it's during a conversation or simply passing by a colleague, let a smile come naturally. Remain authentic. Don't force smiles. People can sense insincerity, which can have the opposite effect of what you intend. Instead, focus on adopting a positive mindset that encourages natural smiles. Smile. Despite feeling low, sometimes the very act of smiling can uplift your spirits. Substitute a frown with a smile to invite a change in mood, both for yourself and for those around you. Embracing your smile's magic. In the grand tapestry of life, a smile is a subtle thread that weaves through our daily interactions, strengthening our connections with those around us. Its magic lies in its simplicity and accessibility. By understanding and embracing the power of a smile, we can transform not only our own lives, but also the lives of those we meet. Remember, the next time you encounter a stranger, a friend, or even a situation that feels challenging, smile. It's your most readily available tool to unlock the doors to positive connections and experiences. Smile and let the magic work for you. Chapter 4. Building confidence in social situations. Have you ever watched someone walk into a room and instantly capture everyone's attention with their presence? It may seem like a mysterious gift, but it's actually a skill anyone can develop. Building confidence in social situations is not about becoming someone you're not. It's about being comfortable with who you are and sharing that with the world. It's natural to feel apprehensive in social settings. The key is to turn that anxiety into positive energy. Here are some strategies to help you become more confident in social situations. Understand the source of your anxiety. The first step in conquering social anxiety is understanding where it comes from. Are you afraid of being judged? Or perhaps you're worried about not knowing what to say? Once you identify the root cause, it's easier to tackle. Remember, you're not alone. Many people feel this way, even those who seem confident outwardly. Visualize success. Before you step into a social situation, take a moment to visualize success. Imagine yourself interacting with ease, sharing a laugh, and making meaningful connections. This mental rehearsal can build a pathway for success and reduce anxiety. Take small steps. Don't feel pressured to dive headfirst into large gatherings if you're not ready. Start with smaller situations where you feel more comfortable, like chatting with a co-worker one-on-one or joining a small group discussion. As your confidence grows, gradually increase your engagement with larger groups. Focus on others. Shift your focus from yourself to the people around you. Ask questions and show genuine interest in what others have to say. When you shift the spotlight onto others, it takes the pressure off you and makes social interactions more enjoyable and less nerve-wracking. Practice body language. Your body language has a powerful impact on how others perceive you and how you feel about yourself. Stand tall with your shoulders back. Make eye contact and offer a firm handshake. Smiling not only makes you appear approachable, but also helps reduce stress. Prepare conversation starters. Sometimes the hardest part is starting the conversation. Prepare a few conversation starters, such as asking about someone's hobbies, work, or favorite books. Familiarize yourself with current events or popular topics so you have something to discuss. Embrace discomfort. Understand that it's okay to feel uncomfortable at times. Growth often happens outside of our comfort zones. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. They're a natural part of learning. Each social interaction is an opportunity to improve. Celebrate small wins. Every step you take toward overcoming social anxiety is a victory. Congratulate yourself even on small achievements, like starting a conversation or attending a social event. These wins add up and gradually build your confidence. Seek support. Sometimes, talking with someone who understands your struggles can make a big difference. Consider reaching out to friends, family, or a mentor who can offer encouragement and advice. Professional help, such as a therapist or counselor, can also equip you with strategies to manage anxiety. Reflect and adjust. After social interactions, take time to reflect. What went well? What can you improve next time? Use these insights to adjust your approach and continue building your confidence. Remember, building confidence in social situations is a journey. By taking these steps and persisting through challenges, you'll find yourself becoming more confident, comfortable, and capable in any social setting. Keep pushing forward and celebrate every moment of progress. Chapter 5. Mastering the Art of Conversation. Mastering the art of conversation is like opening a door to endless opportunities. It's about creating connections, sharing ideas, and building relationships. Whether you're chatting with a new colleague, interacting at a party, or meeting someone in line at the coffee shop, being a skilled conversationalist can make every interaction more enjoyable and meaningful. The power of the first word. Starting a conversation can be intimidating, but remember, the first word is your key. It's like passing a note that says, "Hey, I'm open to connecting." The simplest way to start is with a genuine "Hello" or "Hi, how are you today?" These small words can set the entire tone of your interaction. Imagine you're at a networking event and you spot someone standing alone. Approaching them with a warm smile and an open-ended question such as, "What brings you here today?" can break the ice and prompt a conversation. Ask open-ended questions. One of the easiest ways to keep a conversation flowing is by asking open-ended questions. These are questions that cannot be answered with a simple yes or no. They encourage the other person to share more about themselves. For example, instead of asking, "Did you like the movie?" try asking, "What did you think about the movie?" This invites them to express their thoughts and feelings, providing you with more material to keep the conversation going. The power of stories. Everyone loves a good story. Sharing personal anecdotes can be a wonderful way to engage others and create a bond. Stories make conversations lively and memorable. Let's say you're talking about travel. Instead of listing the places you've visited, share a funny or interesting experience. "I once got lost in Rome and ended up finding the best little pizzeria tucked away in an alley." Stories like this not only add color to the conversation, but also reveal aspects of your personality. Using humor wisely. Humor is a powerful tool in conversations, but it must be used wisely. A sprinkle of light-heartedness can make discussions enjoyable and help people bond. However, be sure that your humor is appropriate for the setting and audience. A self-deprecating joke or a funny observation about a shared experience can bring laughter and relieve tension. For example, I signed up for a cooking class and somehow managed to burn water. Who knew? Listen and respond. A great conversation isn't about speaking constantly. It's about balance. Listen actively to what the other person is saying. Show interest by nodding, making eye contact, and responding appropriately. For instance, if someone shares their passion for hiking, you might say, "That sounds fascinating. I've always wanted to try that. What's your favorite trail? This shows you're attentive and interested, and it encourages more sharing. Finding common ground. Conversations thrive on common interests. By identifying something you both enjoy, you create a natural pathway that can lead to deeper dialogue. If you're unsure what you might share in common, gently steer the conversation through various topics. Discussions about books, hobbies, or even current events can eventually uncover shared interests, deepening your connection. Gracefully exiting. Ending a conversation with grace is as important as starting one. You want to leave a positive impression that might pave the way for future interactions. To wrap up, you might say, "It's been great talking with you. I've really enjoyed our conversation. Let's catch up again soon." This shows appreciation for the time spent and keeps the door open for future dialogues. Practice makes perfect. Remember, like any other skill, conversation takes practice. Don't be afraid to engage with new people or in unfamiliar settings. The more you practice, the more naturally it will come. Mastering the art of conversation is about being genuine, curious, and empathetic. It transforms simple exchanges into meaningful dialogues and creates lasting relationships. So step out with confidence and enjoy the countless connections you're bound to make. Chapter 6. Handling criticism and handling conflict. Criticism and conflict are as inevitable as the sunrise. In every interaction, these elements have the power to build or break relationships, enhance or erode self-esteem, and teach or torment us. How we handle criticism and conflict defines our growth and maturity. In this chapter, let's explore tools and strategies that transform these challenges into opportunities for growth and understanding. Embracing criticism, a path to growth. 1. Understand the source. Criticism can stem from a variety of sources. It may come from a friend, a loved one, a colleague, or even a stranger. The first step in embracing criticism is identifying its origin. Is it constructive? Is it spiteful? Or does it carry a grain of truth that we can learn from? For instance, if a colleague informs you that your presentation was unclear, consider it a cue to enhance your public speaking skills. 2. Listen actively. Rather than reacting defensively to criticism, take a moment to listen carefully. Engaging your active listening skills aids in fully understanding the other person's perspective. You may discover valuable insights that can propel your personal and professional growth. For example, a friend may criticize your tendency to interrupt during conversations. Approached with an open mind, this could be a chance to become a better listener and communicate more effectively. 3. Separate personal from the objective. Understand that criticism often comments on one aspect of your performance or behavior, not your entire persona. By distinguishing between the personal and the objective, you maintain your self-esteem and tackle the issue more constructively. For instance, if someone critiques your time management, recognize it doesn't equate to an attack on your character. Constructive responses to criticism. 4. Express gratitude. Yes, it sounds counterintuitive, but thanking someone for their feedback can disarm negativity. This doesn't mean you agree with their criticism entirely, but expressing gratitude indicates maturity and a readiness to learn. You might say, "Thank you for pointing that out. I'll consider your feedback and see how I can improve." 5. Evaluate and implement. After receiving criticism, calmly evaluate whether it holds merit. This process involves honest self-assessment and willingness to change. Constructive criticism can highlight blind spots that hinder your progress. Take small, actionable steps toward improvement and watch yourself grow. Navigating conflict, turning tensions into teachings. 6. Identify common grounds. In a conflict, emotions often run high, and parties become entrenched in their respective perspectives. Focusing on common interests helps bridge gaps. For example, if you and a co-worker disagree on how to execute a project, Recognizing your shared goal of meeting company objectives can pave the way to a solution. 7. Practice empathy. Seeing the situation through the other person's eyes breeds understanding and compassion. During a disagreement, acknowledge the feelings and needs of the other party. This might feel challenging, especially if you strongly oppose their viewpoint, but it helps soften the tension and opens doors for dialogue. 8. Maintain respectful communication. Regardless of how heated the conflict gets, maintaining respect is key to resolution. Avoid derogatory language and adopt an assertive tone rather than an aggressive one. Say things like, "I see your point, but I also think," instead of, "You're wrong." Tools for effective conflict resolution. 9. Choose the right time and place. Timing is everything in conflict resolution. Engaging in a heated debate when emotions are flaring is less likely to resolve issues. Instead, suggest having a calm conversation at a neutral setting where both parties feel comfortable. 10. Collaborate to find solutions. Work together towards a win-win outcome. Instead of battling to prove who's right or wrong, focus on finding solutions that satisfy both parties' needs. This collaboration transforms adversaries into allies and deepens mutual respect. In summary, every criticism and conflict is a stepping stone on your journey of personal development. Equipped with an open heart, keen ears, and a composed mind, you can convert challenges into opportunities for learning and reinforce the foundations of your relationships. Embrace them with positivity and watch yourself transform into an individual of greater understanding and unimaginable potential. Chapter 7. The Secrets of Persuasion. In our journey through life, the ability to persuade can open doors to grand opportunities and lead to meaningful interactions. Persuasion is not about bending others to our will, but about finding common ground, building trust, and influencing through sincerity and respect. Let's explore the secrets of effective persuasion that can help you achieve positive outcomes in both personal and professional life. Understanding persuasion. Persuasion is the gentle art of guiding someone's thinking while valuing their viewpoint. It means tapping into what truly matters to them and finding shared interests. By aligning your goals with theirs, persuasion becomes a collaboration rather than a confrontation. Example: imagine you're working on a project and need your co-worker's help. Rather than demanding assistance, you express how their expertise will make the project more successful and how both of you will benefit from its success. This approach appeals to shared values and goals, making collaboration smoother. Establishing trust and credibility. Trust is the cornerstone of persuasion. People are more likely to be persuaded by someone they trust and perceive as credible. Cultivate trust through honesty, consistency, and reliability. Example: imagine you've borrowed a friend's book. Returning it on time and in good condition reflects your respect for their property. Later, when you have an idea you'd like to share, they're more inclined to listen to you because they see you as trustworthy. The power of listening. Active listening is an underrated tool in persuasion. It shows respect for the other person's opinion and provides insight into their needs and concerns. When people feel heard, they are more open to considering your perspective. Example: during a team meeting, a colleague is concerned about the direction of a project. Rather than cutting them off, you genuinely listen to their concerns. By doing so, you understand their viewpoint and can address it appropriately, making them more receptive to your suggestions. Using empathy. Empathy involves understanding and sharing the feelings of others. When you demonstrate empathy, you connect with others on an emotional level, which strengthens the persuasive process. Example: suppose a friend is hesitant to join you in starting a new exercise regime because of time constraints. By acknowledging the challenges of balancing work and leisure and offering flexible solutions, you're more likely to persuade them to give it a try. The subtlety of suggestion. Subtle suggestion is more powerful than obvious argument. People feel more comfortable making decisions when they believe they have the freedom to choose without pressure. Example: if you're encouraging someone to try a new restaurant, instead of insisting it's the best, share your positive experience and suggest they might enjoy it. Leaving the decision in their hands makes them more open to considering it. Finding common ground. Discovering shared interests and values is central to effective persuasion. By focusing on commonalities, you create a harmonious foundation that facilitates agreement. Example: if you're in a negotiation and sense tension, steer the conversation towards topics you both value, such as quality results or client satisfaction. This alignment can ease the negotiation process and lead to a mutually beneficial decision. Balancing logic and emotion. Effective persuasion balances logic with emotion. Utilize facts and rational arguments while also appealing to emotions to create a compelling case. Example: when trying to convince your team to adopt a new strategy, provide clear data that supports potential success. Simultaneously, share a vision of how this success will improve everyone's morale and personal growth, appealing to both mind and heart. Patience and persistence. Persuasion often requires patience and persistence. Immediate results are rare, and persuading someone over time shows your dedication and belief in the cause. Example: if you've been trying to encourage a family member to stop a bad habit, continue to subtly drop helpful information and show support. Over time, your steady influence can lead to a positive change in their behavior. Conclusion. Persuasion is an art refined by understanding, patience, and respect. By sincerely seeking common ground and treating others with empathy and trust, you can influence people effectively and ethically. Remember, the aim is not to manipulate, but to inspire mutual understanding and achieve positive shared outcomes. As you master these secrets, you will find your relationships enriched and your personal and professional interactions more fulfilling. Chapter 8. Networking: Building Your Circle. In today's interconnected world, networking isn't just about exchanging business cards or social media contacts. It's about building genuine relationships that can foster personal and professional growth. Our networks can provide opportunities, support, and friendship, acting as a web that connects us with people who inspire, encourage, and challenge us to grow. But how do we build these networks authentically? Let's delve into the art of networking and explore strategies that have helped many people build influential and supportive circles around them. Understanding the value of networking. Imagine you are climbing a mountain. Alone, the journey is daunting and perilous, but with companions it becomes a shared adventure full of encouragement, advice, and mutual support. Networking is much the same. When we connect with others, we gain access to shared knowledge, resources, and opportunities that can help us scale our personal and professional mountains. A strong network offers diverse perspectives, fills gaps in our understanding, and opens doors that we may not even know exist. It can alert us to job opportunities, partnerships, or provide insights that we wouldn't have considered on our own. Expanding your circle authentically. 1. Start with genuine interest. True networking starts with a genuine curiosity about others. People can sense when you are truly interested in them. Ask open-ended questions and listen attentively. The aim is not to collect contacts, but to understand them, what motivates them, and how you might support each other. Example: consider attending a local workshop on a topic that excites you. Engage with fellow attendees by asking about their interest in the subject. You might discover mutual passions that lead to meaningful conversations. 2. Seek diversity. Build a network that includes people from various backgrounds and industries. Different perspectives provide a broader understanding and more innovative solutions. Example: if you're a graphic designer, connect with writers, marketers, and tech enthusiasts. Each can provide unique insight and opportunities for collaboration. 3. Give before you take. Offer help or share resources without any immediate expectation of return. This creates a foundation of goodwill and trust. Example: if you know someone who's looking for a job and hear of an opening that suits them, pass it along. Acts of kindness build strong relationships. 4. Attend events and engage online. Join professional groups or attend conferences. These are fertile grounds for meeting like-minded individuals. Similarly, engage in relevant online forums or LinkedIn groups to extend your reach. Example: join a book club or an online course. Active participation will naturally lead to new connections. 5. Follow up and stay in touch. After meeting someone new, send a follow-up message. Mention something specific from your conversation to remind them of your discussion. Regularly keep in touch without any agenda, fostering a genuine relationship. Example: send articles or information related to someone's interests. It shows thoughtfulness and keeps the relationship warm. Supporting and sustaining your network. Once you've built your network, maintaining it requires continued effort and attention. Regular engagement and nurturing are key. 6. Be consistent. Make it a habit to regularly check in with your contacts. It might be as simple as a friendly message during holidays or an occasional coffee catch-up. 7. Show appreciation. Whenever someone helps you, take the time to thank them. A heartfelt note or a small gesture of gratitude can make a big difference. 8. Be authentic. People appreciate genuineness. Be your true self in your interactions. Authentic connections are more enduring and meaningful. Conclusion: building a network is not about immediate returns. It's an investment in relationships that enrich your life both personally and professionally. By approaching networking with genuine interest, offering your help and insights freely, and maintaining your connections, you create a supportive circle that benefits everyone involved. Cultivate your network thoughtfully and enjoy the mutual growth and opportunities that unfold. Chapter 9. Emotional Intelligence in Action. In a world that thrives on connections and interactions, emotional intelligence stands as a cornerstone for meaningful conversations and relationships. Imagine having a guidebook to navigate through emotions, yours and others. This is the essence of emotional intelligence, or EQ, which involves recognizing, understanding, and managing our emotions, while also being attuned to the emotions of those around us. Unlike IQ, which measures cognitive ability, EQ measures our ability to connect with others and ourselves on a deeper emotional level. Understanding emotions, beyond happy and sad. The first step in mastering emotional intelligence is to expand our vocabulary of emotions. Emotions are not just limited to feeling happy, sad, or angry. They span a wide spectrum that includes feelings of anticipation, fear, surprise, and contentment, among others. Being able to pinpoint exactly what we or others are feeling at any given moment is crucial. For example, if a friend seems distant, they might not just be upset, they could be disappointed or hurt, and each emotion calls for a different approach. The power of self-regulation. Consider Carlos, a team leader who used to get frustrated whenever a project veered off course. His first instinct was to express his anger, often escalating conflicts within his team. However, once Carlos began practicing self-regulation, a vital aspect of EQ, he learned to pause and assess his feelings before reacting. He asked himself, "Why am I frustrated about this change?" Understanding that his anger stemmed from the pressure of meeting deadlines, not the actions of his team, allowed him to address the root cause rather than the symptom. Self-regulation is the ability to control or redirect disruptive emotions and impulses. By taking a moment to breathe and assess his emotional state, Carlos could respond delicately, fostering a more cooperative environment. This also encouraged his team to share their concerns without fear of confrontation. Social awareness. reading the emotional landscape. Another critical element of EQ is social awareness, which involves understanding the emotions of others. Picture a family gathering where tensions are palpable, yet no one addresses the elephant in the room. This is where social awareness is most powerful. It allows us to read the room, perceive the emotional undercurrents, and act with empathy. Take Hannah, who noticed her cousin Lee was unusually silent during dinner. Instead of ignoring this, she approached Lee afterward, expressing her concern with, "Hey, I've noticed you seemed a bit quiet tonight. I'm here if you want to talk about anything." By acknowledging and addressing Lee's emotional state, Hannah demonstrated empathy, building trust, and opening the door for a meaningful conversation. Enhancing relationships through empathy. Empathy is the ability to truly understand and share the feelings of another person. When we practice empathy, we create a safe space for open communication. This means really listening, beyond words, to the emotions conveyed in someone's tone or body language. Consider the case of Marco, a manager known for his strong empathetic skills. Whenever an employee approached him with a problem, Marco would listen intently, giving his full attention. He maintained eye contact and nodded, reinforcing his understanding. After the colleague finished speaking, Marco would say something like, "It sounds like this is really weighing on you. Let's figure out how we can tackle it together." This approach not only resolves issues efficiently, but also builds a strong interpersonal bond. Practicing EQ in daily life. Just as muscles strengthen with exercise, so does our emotional intelligence with daily practice. Here are some steps to integrate EQ into your life. 1. Pause and reflect. Before reacting emotionally, take a moment to pause and reflect on what you are feeling and why. 2. Listen actively. Give others your full attention when they speak. Focus on understanding their emotions, not just the words they use. 3. Empathize fully. Try putting yourself in the other person's shoes. How would you feel in their position? 4. Communicate kindly. Use your understanding of emotions to communicate in a compassionate and considered manner. 5. Practice makes perfect. Emotional intelligence skills develop over time. Consistent practice will help you become more adept at navigating emotional interactions. Emotional intelligence is not only about understanding emotions, but also about using that understanding to enrich our interactions and relationships. By becoming more emotionally intelligent, we can make every relationship in our life, from professional to personal, more meaningful and rewarding. The journey may not always be easy, but the rewards are well worth the effort. Chapter 10. Sustaining meaningful relationships. In a world that's constantly changing, one of the most rewarding constants we can have in our lives is meaningful relationships. Whether it's with friends, family, or colleagues, sustaining these relationships ensures we have a support network that encourages, nurtures, and inspires us. Let's explore how we can foster these connections and make them flourish over time. The foundation of a meaningful relationship. Building meaningful relationships begins with a solid foundation of trust and understanding. Think of this like constructing a house. Without a sturdy base, everything else may eventually collapse. Building trust. Trust is the cornerstone of any meaningful relationship. To build trust, always be honest and follow through on your promises. Imagine you have a friend who always asks for your advice, but never takes the time to listen to you in return. Over time, you'd likely feel disregarded. That's why mutual trust and respect are essential. Understanding and acceptance. Understanding others goes beyond just listening to their words. It involves appreciating their feelings and perspectives without judgment. Acceptance means embracing each other's differences. Each person is unique, and those differences are what add richness to relationships. Communication, the lifeline of relationships. Clear and open communication is what keeps the blood pumping through the veins of a relationship. Maintain an open channel for discussing anything, be it the joys or the difficulties you're facing together. Active listening. Practice active listening by truly focusing on what the other person is saying, rather than planning your reply. This means stepping into their shoes and responding not with solutions, but with empathy and support. Expressive sharing. Don't hesitate to share your thoughts and feelings. Being open about your own vulnerabilities can strengthen your bond. Often, when we share something personal, it opens the door for others to do the same. Reciprocity, the give and take. Relationships should never feel one-sided. Both parties should feel they are gaining something meaningful from the connection. Giving support. In times of need, offering your help or just being there can mean the world to someone. Even small gestures like sending a thoughtful message or remembering important dates can strengthen your ties. Accepting support. Just as important as giving is the ability to accept help and kindness from others. Allowing someone to lean into their strength and support you can deepen the relationship. Growth and learning. Lasting relationships thrive when both individuals grow together. Encourage one another to become the best versions of yourselves. Celebrate achievements. Celebrate each other's successes as if they were your own. When a friend gets a promotion or a family member accomplishes a personal goal, join in their joy wholeheartedly. Learn together. Embrace experiences that promote learning and growth, whether it's participating in a new activity together or discussing books and ideas. These shared experiences create lasting memories. Handling challenges gracefully. Every relationship encounters challenges. How we handle these challenges often defines the strength of our connections. Navigate conflicts with empathy. Approach conflicts not as battles to be won, but as opportunities for understanding and improving the relationship. Focus on finding solutions rather than assigning blame. Forgive freely. Holding on to grudges can be toxic for any relationship. Foster a habit of forgiveness and understand that everyone makes mistakes, including ourselves. Commitment, the glue that binds. Ultimately, sustaining meaningful relationships requires commitment and intentional action. It's essential to prioritize these relationships in your life. Dedicate time. In the age of social media, it's easy to fall into superficial interactions. Make time for meaningful contact, whether it's a weekly call with a friend or an annual gathering with family. Keep the spark alive. Little surprises, thoughtful notes, or even spontaneous outings can keep the relationship dynamic and exciting. The key is to continually show appreciation and interest. Conclusion: nurturing long-lasting connections. Sustaining meaningful relationships is a journey of diligence, empathy, and intention. Develop habits that nurture these bonds by building trust, ensuring open communication, supporting one another, growing together, gracefully handling challenges, and dedicating commitment. As you cultivate these practices, your relationships will not only last, but will also enrich your life profoundly, providing you with a sense of belonging and fulfillment. Remember, it's never too late to start nurturing those around you and watch your meaningful relationships flourish and stand the test of time. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for joining us on this inspiring journey. Your desire to grow, to seek wisdom, and to spread positive energy truly makes this world a better place. We are incredibly grateful to have you as part of our community. By tuning into our audiobooks, you are not only enriching your own life, but also contributing to a ripple effect of positivity that can touch countless others. Your commitment to self-growth is both commendable and essential in these times. Remember, the power to change the world begins within each of us. We encourage you to comment below with your top learnings from this book. Let us know what resonated with you the most, and more importantly, which lessons you are planning to implement in your life. By openly declaring the new habits and principles you wish to adopt, you not only create accountability for yourself, but also inspire others in our community to strive for similar growth. Remember, sharing your breakthroughs and goals fosters a supportive network that can help you stay on track. Together, we can build an empowering circle of accountability, motivation, and success. Keep shining, keep growing, and continue spreading that incredible positive energy. The world needs it more than ever. Until next time, stay motivated and stay mystical.